All right, what is going on, YouTube? Happy Friday. We had another great day. Guys, joined the Discord. Gave out the college parlay that nailed. So we went 1 for 1 there. It was only 2 games I liked, and we smashed. And I've already put another 2-leg in there that I think has some good value today. So that is free to join. Link is down below. I'll also post it in the pinned comments. All right, so let's talk about yesterday. 9 and 5. Call that a great day. Anytime we can go above 60%, that's a fantastic day. A little unlucky too. Could have been a better day. We went 4 and 3 in basketball, 5 and 2 in football. We had Nikola Vucevic over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. He hooked us. He ended at 13. Now, I said the Bulls should have been the favorites, and they were. They actually were blowing them out for a little bit, so that kind of impacted things. But Vucevic was a scorer. My God, he had 30-some points last night. Domantas Sabonis under 13.5 rebounds. That got sweaty. He hooked us in a good direction. He finished at 13. Russell Westbrook over 4.5 assists. Dude usually plays 24 minutes, played 16. So he ended up at 3, a little unlucky. He scored a ton. He took way more shots than I thought he would too. So I think we still could have hit that even with the 16, but it is what it is. Donovan Mitchell under 5 rebounds. He ended at 3, and he got 2 of them in the last 2 minutes of the game. So that was really sweat-free. Isaiah Hartenstein over 10.5 rebounds. I don't even know how many he finished at. He destroyed this line. So that was easy. Jokic over 11.5 rebounds. He had this by halftime. So that was easy. De'Aaron Fox over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. Oversight on my part, man. I didn't know Malik Monk was going to be in the starting lineup, and he took a ton of assists away from Fox, or he hits this line. He actually got 6 rebounds, so got more rebounds than we expected, but his assists kind of got taken from him a little bit. All right, on the football side, Jordan Love over 32.5 pass attempts. Dude threw the ball 20 times. Makes no sense. They just kept trying to pound the run. That was dumb. Amon St. Brown over 68.5 receiving yards. He sucked. It's not that he sucked. He just didn't get enough balls. Jaden Reed, we took his under in receiving and under interceptions. Stupid sweat-free. Jamar Gibbs over 2.5 receptions. He had 5, maybe more. David Montgomery, anytime touchdown. Got that on the first drive. Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Check that box. So great day in football. Basketball, okay. I think the reads were good. De'Aaron Fox is one I probably, that was a misread. But I make these plays early, so sometimes I don't know the starting lineups. But let's talk a little bit about today's games. And you know what I just realized? I forgot to put my picks in again. That sucks. All right, we'll figure that out, though. All right, first game on the card here is going to be the Magic and the 76ers. In terms of injuries, I know Paul George is back tonight. Drummond could potentially come back, so that would be a big boost for them. On the other side of the ball for Orlando, same 2 people out, Banchero and Harris. So if Drummond comes back, that's definitely going to help them. Paul George, we'll see what kind of impact he has. Magic on the road. They've been a fade spot, to be honest, but I can't fade them against this 76ers team. So give me the Magic minus 3.5. I would take the over 209.5. I know this Magic team plays good D. Neither team plays at a frantic pace, but 209.5 feels a little light against the 76ers. So I would lean towards that more than anything. Los Angeles Lakers and the Hawks, the battle of no defense. Give me the Hawks, minus 4.5. I am not taking this Lakers team. A, I'm not taking them on the road because that's been a travesty. And B, that last game was horrible. I mean, they didn't give a shit. The Heat were doing whatever they wanted. Bam Adebayo looked like he was 9 foot 6 inches tall and 600 pounds. I mean, he made AD look horrendous. It's just zero effort. So give me the Hawks, minus 4.5 in this one. And I would lean towards the over 230.5. We know the Hawks don't play D. Milwaukee Bucks and the Celtics. So we've got some potential injuries in this one. You got Tatum, Porzingis, and Horford are all game time decisions. Tatum, I'm fairly certain will play. Porzingis, probably not. All right, Boston's going on a back-to-back. So they play today, they play tomorrow. he will sit one of those 2 games for sure. I think it's going to be this game, so we'll have to see. And then Horford's got a toe injury. I don't think he's going to play. So we're going to see, who is it? Luke, blah, blah, blah. Why can't I think of his name? Whatever. I can't think of his name, but Luke Cornett, I think, should get a decent amount of time. That said, do I trust Milwaukee at plus 7.5 against Boston? Still with that lineup? No, I don't. But I don't trust Boston at minus 7.5 either. Give me the over 228.5. I like that a lot. All right, Kings and the Spurs. Spurs looked terrible without Wemby last night, and they don't have Wemby again tonight either. He's going to be out again. Still no Trey Jones as well. Speaking of which, I gave out a DraftKings had a 4-leg 50% boost. So I put my pick out there in the Discord, and the only thing we needed was Devin Vassell over 2.5 assists. He gets it with like 3 minutes left in the game. Oh, it's amazing. Would you say like a plus 1,024 parlay? 30 minutes later, after the game, they took away that assist. GG. That's heartbreaking, dude. That sucks. So that was a bit gut wrenching. Thought we hit the 1024 parlay and the stupid stat adjustment. All right. Anyway, still painful. Yeah. All right. Anyway, Kings and the Spurs. Kings minus 4.5. I mean, Spurs did not look good last night against the Bulls team that should give up a lot of points, and they look pretty bad. So give me the Kings minus 4.5 in this spot. Pacers and the Bulls. This one will be a high-paced, frantic little game. I want to play some things in this, but I just didn't see enough lines yet, and I want to see some line movement. So there's some plays I really like in this game. I just want the lines to move a little more in the favor than I'm thinking. So I would say give me... I don't want to do this. Pacers minus 3.5. I hate to do it, so I'm not going to. But I would pick Pacers minus 3.5. Not a game I really want to pick, to be honest, guys. It's an absolute coin flip. So I would actually lean towards this over 247.5 because this should be a super high-paced game. High-paced games are really good for stats, right? They're good for points, assists, rebounds, turnovers, you name it. So I like that there. I'll be looking into that, and we'll be putting some stuff out there. But that'll be in the Discord. So like I said, free to join. Jazz and the Trailblazers. Trailblazers are a different team at home, and I don't like the Jazz away. So Portland minus 2.5, pretty easy play for me. In this one, I would lean towards the under 226.5. Portland plays good D. Let's see. Timberwolves and the Warriors. You got me last night, man. I don't know how. I mean, the Rockets played like shit. They played so bad. Based on last night, I mean, I would lean towards the under 219.5. But how do you not take the Timberwolves plus 1.5 against the Golden State Warriors team that's still not going to have Curry or Draymond Green and no major injuries on the Minnesota side? This has got to be like, there's no way this line stays plus 1.5 Minnesota. I'd be shocked, but I'll probably watch it a little bit. But Minnesota plus 1.5. I don't know how you fade that spot personally. So that's where I would be. Okay. Let me get the picks up here. I suck. I didn't do it right, so we'll get it done right now. All right, so I ended up going with 8 today, and there's going to be more for sure. But like I said, I'll post those in the Discord. There's a lot of things I like today, actually. All right, let's start with Rudy Gobert over 10.5 rebounds. It's at minus 142 on DraftKings. Heavily juiced. It will go to 11.5. He's only over this in 4 of 10, so the hit rate's not great. But we know Golden State Warriors, they give up a ton of rebounds. They're 30th in rebounds allowed. But the last 3 centers have missed this line. And I think it's more that they're going out to guard. Rudy Gobert don't go out to guard. So he's going to stay home. He should have ample opportunities to grab some boards. Clint Capella, this he's been money for us. I'm just going to keep riding him, man. Over 11.5 rebounds plus assists. He's over this in 7 of the last 10. Lakers 29th in rebounds allowed to the center position, 22nd in assist allowed. So I want to throw the assist in here because his line's always 1. And he's hit this in the last 10, and a couple of times he's thrown out 2. So I could see him throwing out 2, maybe 3 today. So that's going to help us. Now, I also have a couple of these correlation plays here. So obviously I screwed up the team because Jalen Johnson is on Atlanta. But over his rebounds and assists. He's over this in 6 of the last 10 games. Lakers, 23rd in rebounds allowed to the small forward position and dead last in assists allowed. So if you want to play something safer, you can take his over 4.5 assists, but it's pretty heavily juiced. I trust that he'll get 9 rebounds, and I trust that he'll get 5 assists minimum. So really good spot here to bang them. I wouldn't necessarily play them both together, but for sure one of the 2 hit. All right, and then we're going to go the opposite. We faded Sabonis yesterday. We're going to embrace him. It was scary fading Sabonis. I'll probably never do it again. Let's take his over 12.5 rebounds. He's over this in 3 of the last 5. San Antonio coming off a back-to-back, just like the Kings, but they're 7th in rebounds allowed, so that's why we're getting a little bit of a discount here. They don't have Wemby, so I think they're going to give up some boards tonight. Sabonis should get them. Jaylen Brown, over 10.5 rebounds plus assist, minus 110 on DraftKings. I guarantee this ends up being minus 130 or more. Like I said, Porzingis, Tatum, and Horford are all game time decisions. He's over this in 4 of 5 without Porzingis, and he's over it in 4 of 5 without Horford. So take one of those 2 out, and he's got an 80% hit rate in the last 5. Tatum being in actually helps him. It actually goes down when Tatum's out. So I do think Tatum plays. And I think Porzingis sits. So we're making an educated guess here. And I think that's why we're getting the value, right? It's also, like I said, the first leg of a back-to-back. So that's my gamble. Next one is going to be Jrue Holiday, under 9.5 rebounds plus assists. He's under this in 6 of the last 10. He's under this in 1 of 5 versus Milwaukee. He had 5 rebounds and assists on November 10th, and he had 7 rebounds plus assist on October 28th. So 0 for 2 this season. Next play, Wendell Carter Jr., under 7.5 rebounds. He's under this in 7 straight games. He had 6 versus Philly on December 4th. 9 of the last 11 power forwards are under their rebound line. If anything, I would lean towards Batadzi's over 6.5 rebounds. I don't want to pull the trigger because they do some weird shit with his minutes. The other Wagner will sometimes play more than him from the bench. So if anything, I'd probably lean more towards, Moritz Wagner, over 5.5 rebounds. Last play on the card. Now, this is a gamble. Chris Middleton, back in the lineup for the Bucks, making his season debut tonight. Over 2.5 assists. This line is, if he's playing normal minutes, this is a cake. This is a cake prop. He over this in 8 straight last season. Like I said, making his season debut. We don't know how many minutes he's going to play. This is a leap of faith for me. But I feel decent. I feel confident he's going to hit this. I think if he's coming back tonight, he's going to play, probably 20 to 25 minutes. And when he plays 20 to 25 minutes, he still has an excellent hit rate here. So I like this play. But like I said, it is technically a little bit of a gamble. All right, some leans. Leans that I like today. Vucevic, over 20.5 points. I usually don't take points props, but he has a really good matchup to score points. So I could definitely see him doing that. My only concern is coming off a back-to-back, played a decent amount of minutes last night, scored a bunch of points. Damian Lillard, over 3.5 rebounds. This has been automatic. I've already got this on a slip. It's just juiced. It's like minus 150. Will most likely go up to 4.5 at some point. He's hit this in both games this year against Boston. And then give me Tatum, over 8.5 rebounds. I think we can get good value on this right now. However, if Porzingis plays, there's a decent chance he doesn't hit it. So if Porzingis doesn't play, he should crush this line. So I like that. But again, that's kind of a gamble. So those are my plays, guys. Like I said, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, join the Discord. We've got a college parlay in there. I'll be looking throughout the day today for some value and posting things in there like I do every day, which we've had pretty damn good hit rate on those. So hopefully I'll see you guys in there for some good chat and banter about gambling. But have a great day. Enjoy your Friday. I'll catch you in the next video.